Hello and welcome to another episode. This is Brian, the Unskilled Commander. Match 2 of Slivers, Wauki, Mill, Dina. Wauki goes first. Mountain for turn. Tapping it for a soul, no, that's not it. Soul Ring. Gonna pass turn. Island for turn. Tap it for an Elixir of Immortality. Can pay 2, tap it to gain 5 life, and shuffle your graveyard back into your library. Pass turn. Forest for turn. No 1-drops. Pass. Man Tower. Pass. Untap, upkeep, draw. Mountain for turn. Tap Soul Ring to Arcane Signet. Yeah, what the hell. We'll tap all 3 for Chandra, Fire of Kaladesh. 2/2. Whenever you cast a red spell, untap her. You can tap her to deal 1 damage to target player. If she deals 3 or more damage in a turn, you can exile her and flip her to her Planeswalker side. Pass. Untap, upkeep, draw, play a snow-covered land. Yep, nothing else to play. Pass. Untap, upkeep, draw. Swamp for turn. Tap 2 for Dina, Soul Steeper. So 1/3. Whenever you gain life, each opponent loses a life. You can pay 1, sacrifice another creature. She gets plus X plus 0, where it's that creature's power or whatever. And I never use that, so it doesn't matter. Pass. Untap, upkeep, draw. Play a swamp. Tap command tower for green to place. Yeah, freaking glare. Spinneret Sliver. 2/2. All slivers have reach. Pass turn. Untap, upkeep, draw. Play a Smoldering Marsh. Comes in tapped unless you have 2 or more basic lands. I do. So I will tap that for a black. Whenever an opponent draws a card, if I control a permanent that's red, it deals 1 damage to that player. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Play. Wauki the Younger. 3/3 with reach and lifelink. If another source you control would deal damage, non-combat damage, it deals that plus 1. And whenever an instant sorcery gets cast by me, he deals 2 damage to something. I'm going to go ahead and tap Chandra to deal 2 damage to Mill, 1, 2. Gets buffed by Wauki to the 2. And then that's that. Yeah, pass turn. Untap, upkeep, draw. I drew, so I take 2 damage. Play a snow-covered island, tapping all 3 for Brewback. 1/4. If an opponent would mill, they double it. Pass turn. Untap, upkeep, draw. Play a swamp for turn. Tap 1, 2 for Rampant Growth. Search for basic land guard, put it on the battlefield, shuffle library. Forest, and shuffle. Nobody's open, so pass turn. Untap, oh yeah, right. Draw, damage, off of the draw. Tap command tower for Gale Rider Sliver. All slivers have flying. Send spinner at you. 1, 2. In the air, because you don't have anything in the air. And I'm not getting any lands for slivers. Awesome. Fun times. Pass. 1, 2. Untap. Draw. Terramorphic Expanse. We'll go get a swamp. Comes in tapped. Shuffle library. We're going to tap Chandra to deal 2 damage to you. Then tap 1, 2, and a red to play Arc Lightning. It will deal 3 damage divided as you choose among 1, 2, or 3 target creatures or players. The nice thing is if you split that up, it's, Wauki says if another source would deal non-combat damage to a permanent player, it deals that much plus 1. So splitting it up is actually a really good thing to do with Wauki out. I think what I'll do is I will send 2 damage at Dina and 1 damage at Gale Rider. But Wauki buffs them up to 3 and 2. Well, first of all, on the cast trigger. Wait, did I just do that already? I think I did. No, that was off of Chandra. So you'll take 2, and I'll gain 2 from Wauki. Then he'll blow up these 2. And I still have 3 mana open, so then I will. Wait, sorry, that untapped Chandra. Sorry, gotta take it slow here. Because I tapped her to deal 2 damage to him, played the instant or sorcery. Well, it was a red spell, which is all it says is red. I mean, I could play a red creature and that would still untap her. So then I will tap her again to deal another 2 damage, which allows her to flip into Chandra Roaring Flame. She comes in with 4 loyalty counters. I will +1 her to deal 2 damage, buffed to 3 from Wauki to you. 1, 2, 3. And then with the last 3 mana, I will play Blind Blast. Deals 1 damage to target creature. That creature can't block this turn. It's now 2 damage. I will send that at your sliver. And I draw a card. On the cast trigger of that, though, sorry, you'll take another 2 and I'll gain 2. And then that's all we can do for that. I don't think I did anything wrong with that. I probably did. Pass. Untap, upkeep, draw for turn. I'm going to take 2 damage from drawing. Play a snow-covered island. Okay. Oh wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. I can't play that. Okay. But I can play this. Tapping for 1. Stream of Thought. Target player, you puts top 4 in your graveyard. Oh, you know what? I didn't even read the second half of that. I would shuffle up to 4 cards from my graveyard into my library. So it's actually would be better to hold on to that for quite a while. But considering how fast I'm going down, you're gonna mill 4, which is doubled to 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 3 mana left. Going to tap that 3. Play Burnished Heart. I can pay 3 to sacrifice it to get 2 basic land cards. Now that we have a blocker, Ruvak's annoyed. He can't go that way, but he's going to go to Slivers, because why not? Pass turn. Untap, upkeep, draw for turn, take 2 damage. Play Radiant Fountain for turn. And, well, give it a go. 1, 2, 3, 4 to replay Dina. That was stupid. Should have played that in a different order. But I didn't, and I'm annoyed in general, if you couldn't already tell. So I'm just gonna let it happen. Uh, but okay, I'll try and deep breath in, breath out, let it go, and all right. No negativity, positivity. Let's positively have a fun time with magics, right? I'm going to pass. Untap, upkeep, draw for turn. At least it's a land. We're going to take 2 damage and play the Rogue's Passage that I just drew. Do I have anything that I can play? We're going to tap 1, 2, 3 for Blur Sliver. Slivers you control have haste. Can't get in anywhere, though, so there's no point. Pass turn, though. All right, Wauki, can you keep the train going? Untap, upkeep, draw. Well, maybe you can, because that was a good draw. Play a swamp for turn. Tapping Soul Ring and a Mountain to play Gutter Snipe. Now there's a bit of. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We could have played that. Yeah, I think we're going to do that. We're going to tap everything. for 8 damage to play enchantment City on Fire. Convoke. Well, wait a second. I only have 2 creatures though, so I don't think that would have been enough to help. Because if I played, like, let's say that was for Gutter Snipe, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I couldn't have convoked it anyway. But now, if the source I control would deal damage to a permanent or player, it deals triple that damage. That includes you. So we're going to go ahead and +1 Chandra to deal 2 damage, which is buffed by Wauki to 3 damage, which is tripled to 9 damage to you. Unfortunately, that's all I can do, but that's a pretty solid start. We're going to go ahead and pass turn. Untap, upkeep, draw a card for turn. He's going to deal 1, which is 2, which is tripled to 6 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now Wauki is cooking with gas. Mirrored Landscape unfortunately comes in tapped. Although actually I do have a snow-covered land, so we'll put that. Although it doesn't matter because it's still not enough mana to play the Cut Your Losses, which you may have seen in the last game, to try and like get his entire deck gone. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need 6. Yep, I do not have enough. And there's not even really a point in sacrificing Burnished Heart because he sneezes and Brewback's going to be gone. Yeah, I really don't have anything to play. I have a couple cards, but they're not enough to do anything. Like, none of them are mill, which is the important part. Like, they're all setup cards, and they would be good under normal circumstances, but yep, gonna pass. I mean, I'm happy to see Wauki doing that kind of stuff, surprisingly early in the game. We're gonna draw for turn, and it's 1, 2, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No more lands to play, although I do have this, so maybe that's a thing. All right, I'm going to tap 3 to play Callous Blood Mage. So 2-1. When Callous Blood Mage enters the battlefield, you can draw a card and lose a life, exile target player's graveyard. Could be good. Or create a 1-1 black and green pest token. I'm going to do the pest because I kind of need that ability to draw or to gain life. If what I have in Dina's hand is going to work and if she can live long enough to do it. We're going to pass turn. Doesn't look like Slivers has a chance in heck of doing anything, especially with the, yep. Oh, well, okay. That's tapping 3 for the Chromatic Lantern I just drew. Land you control, tap for any color, and it itself taps for any color. However, that won't be until next turn. Pass. Untap. Upkeep. Draw. Okay, that doesn't help. We're going to go now tapping these 3 to play Gutter Snipe. But I don't have any instants or sorceries. So fun times. I literally drew a land when I didn't need it. And I have nothing that I can sacrifice to draw cards, so let's see. What are her other things? She can only do up to 7. So we're gonna plus to 7, dealing 2 damage to target player. You, because it's 2, it's 3, it's triple to 9, you're dead. I tell you, you'd be dead. Regrettably though, that's all I can do. We're gonna pass turn. So we've got Mills out of the picture. What can you do, Dina? You do have some serious potential here. So we're going to untap, upkeep, draw a card for turn. So we're going to take 1, 2, 6 damage. And unfortunately, the problem is I need more lands and I'm not getting those. Ho ho ho, but that is just as good. Well, it's not just as good, but it'll work. We're going to tap 1, 2, 3. Barrier Breach. Exile up to 3 target enchantments. I think there's really only 1 enchantment on the field, but we're absolutely exiling it. Kaboosh. That just bought everybody a lot of time. Still have 2 mana open. And sure, why not? Sorry, well, this is how we have to pay it so that we can play a black and one other. Hunt for specimens. Create a quest token and learn, which is basically you can discard a card to draw a card. Yeah, I'll discard this to draw a card. Still not a land. Bummer. Okay, we could attack theoretically, but no point in that. Pass turn. Untap, upkeep, draw a card. Still taking damage, but now it is down to just 2 damage. I'm going to tap these two for Sinew Sliver. All slivers get +1/+1. And then tap these for Venom Sliver. All slivers have Death Touch. They're still little bitty, a 2/2, a 2/2, and a 3/3, but they're hasty and they have Death Touch, so that's a good thing. And it would be stupid not to attack because they have Death Touch at this point. Leaving yourself open isn't really that big of a deal because most everybody's creatures are extremely small. So Blur Sliver. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, that is true. Yeah, I guess. We're going to go ahead and send everybody at Chandra. So you have to block to keep her alive. Because like I said, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. She could ult on her next turn if left alone, which would deal 6 damage to each opponent. And each player dealt this way gets at the beginning of your upkeep, you get an emblem that deals you 3 damage. Man, that would have been sick as heck if, we still had the enchantment and if she'd ulted. But yeah, I'm not going to sacrifice any of these good creatures, so she dies. Sorry, let's flip that back. Not in the top of the library. But yeah, so I think that was a smart move, Sliver perspective, right? Could have tried to deal some damage to him because he's at 42 life, but Chandra was dealing consistent damage as well. So we don't want, and if he gets any more damage, doublers, triplers, or whatever, that's not going to help. So I think that was the best move. We're going to pass. Untap, upkeep, draw. Play land for turn. All right, so what we're going to do to start with is we're going to tap a red for Firebolt. I am casting a sorcery that says deals 2 damage to target creature or player, and pay 5 mana for flashback, and you can cast it from the graveyard, then you exile it. So we've got a couple cast triggers. Literally a couple, there's 2. So Gutter Snipe is going to deal 2 damage to each player, but that's buffed by Wauki, so it's going to deal 3 damage to each opponent. Sorry, not player. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Torwalkie is going to deal 2 damage to you and gain 2 life. You do want to declare the attack first, like who it's going to. I guess technically I should probably, well, you know what? Even if they weren't Death Touch, he's not blocking and losing those creatures. So we're just going to go direct damage. I think that's the way to go, especially with a burn deck like this. 2 damage, which is buffed to 3 damage to you. 1, 2, 3. This then goes to the graveyard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to recast it for its flashback cost and rinse and repeat. So deal 3 damage to each player. 1, 2, 3. Each opponent. 1, 2, 3. I don't know why I keep saying player. And then 2 damage to you. I gain 2 life, and then Firebolt's going to deal 3 damage to you. 1, 2, 3. Now it gets exiled. That was really good. However, I don't have any gas. No cards in hand. No draw spells, no way to sacrifice anything to draw cards. So this is the kind of situation where you're like, yeah, he did great, but now it's just I'm probably just gonna draw a bunch of lands or something. You know what I mean? It's like it's iffy. It's like, oh, can he pull out the win? We'll see. Pass turn. Untap, upkeep, draw a card. We're gonna take 2 damage. Play the land for turn we just drew. Unfortunately, we're at 6 life now, so I don't think she's going to survive long enough. But you know what? he has nothing in hand. So unless he draws a instant or sorcery, you know, she has a chance. So we're gonna go for it. Now this isn't the go for it move, by the way, but tapping 3 green to play Land War Tribe, which is going to let's see, can you okay, you just can't see the pests, it's not a big deal. He's a elf that taps for 3 green mana. I still have 3 mana left over, but I can go ahead and use that. Why not? 1, 2, 3 for Lux River Shrine. Pay 1, tap it to gain a life, and put a brick counter on it, and you can tap it and gain 2 life, but only if you have 3 or more brick counters on it. No reason in swinging any of these guys out, so we're going to have this. I honestly think that unless Wauki can kill her on his turn, she might actually win, based on what's in her hand, but we'll see. Untap, upkeep, draw a card, take 2 damage. It's a land, which we definitely need, but it's a bounce land. Wah, wah. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 to play Bone Scythe Sliver. Sliver creatures you control have double strike. I'm going to play Rakdos Cranium, bouncing the swamp back to my hand. And now things are pretty good. So we've got four slivers that have haste, getting +1/+1, death touch, and double strike. That's actually a lot of damage. See, now the temptation, knowing what I know, would be, I should finish her off and then worry about him. But Slivers doesn't know what she has in the hand. So she looks like no threat whatsoever. Slivers assuming that Torwalk is easily going to finish her off. He needs to focus on him for the win. So that's what he's going to do. He's going to swing the board at Torwalki. Now we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and that's doubled because of double strike. It's going to be 20 damage unless he blocks. But it would be incredibly stupid to block, especially since he has no cards in hand. He needs the maximum possibility of doing damage. So yeah, he's going to take 20 damage. Oops, 20? Okay, no, wait, yeah, all right. Okay, there's no after effects. He's going to pass. This is it, Torwalki. You got one chance to win, and it's right here. Oh, actually, I guess you win. Okay, that's pretty cool. We're going to tap 1, 2, 3, 4, I guess, to play Cast in Flames. Each instant and sorcery card in your graveyard gains flashback until end of turn. The flashback cost is equal to their mana cost. So, cast trigger, you're going to lose 2 life. I'm going to gain 2 life. And then Gutter Snipe's going to deal 3 damage to each opponent. Then every instant and sorcery in the graveyard now has flashback. And the flashback cost is just how much it actually is. Okay, so this is probably like the best possibilities. So we're going to tap 1 to play, I don't know, Nephotic Wisps. Target creature becomes black and gains fear until end of turn. We'll say Torwalki, because he's already black. No, we'll say Gutter Snipe, because now they're all black. And you draw a card. So cast trigger. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 off of Gutter Snipe, and then 1, 2, 1, 2. Then that goes, it's exiled, actually, I believe. Yeah, if you cast it for its flashback cost, it gets exiled. Then we will go ahead and cast. Oh, no, we don't do that yet. Well, whatever. It's not going to help much, but, oh, shoot. I don't know if I have enough mana to play over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I only got 4 mana. Well, it's going to have to be. Yes, but that draws you a card. Okay, well, whatever. 1, 2, 3 to play Arc Lightning. Sorry, I'm putting this back in my graveyard because I'm not going to flashback it. Arc Lightning. It's going to deal 1, 2, 3, and then he's going to deal 1, 2, and then gain 1, 2, and then It's going to deal 3 damage to you, but it's going to be 4 with Wauki. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then the final thing I'm going to do is going to tap 1 red mana and play Faithless Looting. Draw 2 cards. Boom, boom, and then discard 2 cards. And I will have to exile it. It already had its own flashback, darn it. But anyway, cast triggers 1, 2, 3, and then Wauki 1, 2, gain 2. It gets exiled. All right. We gained enough life that, depending on what he plays, he could play the commander. I don't know. It's actually going to be kind of tight. I don't know. We're going to pass. There's no end step triggers, so we come over here. Oh, no, wait. Oh, it's still not enough. 1, 2, 3, like untap, then upkeep, draw, take 2 damage. Oh, man. Play a land for turn. And then I think the most intelligent. Well, this actually might. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The double strike is what's doing it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to play Gigantic Sliver. So 3, 3, but all slivers get +3/+3. And that's obviously more damage than the 5, because if I just played the commander, it would be 5 with double strike. But playing him is 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 with double strike on top of their actual things. So they all have double strike, they all have haste, they all have death touch, they all get +4/+4. And he would have to block in order to survive. But let's see, because let's see. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, right? I may have done that wrong. Shoot. Darn it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 28. So it's 28 damage with double strike. 56, sorry. So that's 56 damage. There's no way, if he takes, he's dead, clearly. If he blocks the Gigantic Sliver with Wauki, that would shut that off. They would both die, and that would shut that off for next turn. But I think he'd be so low it really wouldn't matter. Oh, but then he would. Yeah, okay, okay. So if I keep forgetting, all I have to do is leave that parasite out. And so, okay, so if I block, well, these two, what gets through? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 times 2. Yeah, sorry. So that's 32 damage. That's absolutely what he's going to do. He's going to block that with that, block that with that. Those die. These die. He takes 32 damage. Down to 2 life. There's nothing else they can do. They didn't have vigilance. Or wait, did they? No. So they're tapped out. He passes turn. Okay, well, let's just see. Untap, upkeep, draw. You can play Graven Carns. You know, that's the commander tax. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to replay Wauki just in case, but I don't have any cards to play with him. Pass turn, you untap, you upkeep, you draw, you take 2 damage. Boom, there you go. Wauki, got the clutch. It is your winner at the end. And a pretty fast game. I'll take that. Started out a little salty, and you don't even know why. Like, you didn't. Anyway, I was like, why is Brian acting like that? Because Brian was super mad at the game that I had to scrap and waste the time redoing. At least it was another quick game. And this time I don't think I made any mistakes. I probably did, but not as big as that one. So match 2 for Wauki is the winner. pretty awesome. I'm glad you guys get to see how fun Torwalkie is. He is one of my, like, literally one of my best decks. Like, I think he might be the absolute best I have, followed by Shrines. So putting him against these isn't necessary. Like, putting him against Mill is actually pretty fair. Even Dina is kind of fair because all she needs is the Exquisite Blood, which is what she has in her hands. I was trying to get to the point where I could play Exquisite Blood and then play a card that destroyed one of the pests so that I would gain life and so it would trigger. Because just having it on the field is not enough. You have to figure out some way to gain the life to start the loop. So she had a chance, but it didn't. But blowing that up slowed that down. Blowing whenever he blew up Dina, it slowed it down. And Slivers came out of nowhere to do some decent stuff with that. Double striking Slivers is scary, and especially when you start to buff them. So that's part of it. If you can also get flying in there, that's when it gets real bad. Because then it's just, okay, well, they're double striking in the air. You can't do much. But all right, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. I hope you stick around. I hope you subscribe and, check out all my other stuff. And I will see you next time.